You think you know Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, right? We've all heard it a million times. But what if I told you it's not just a nursery rhyme? What if it's actually a perfect, tiny masterclass in storytelling? Well, today, we're going to put this classic under the microscope and uncover the absolute genius hiding in plain sight.
So, here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with how it introduces its hero. Then, we'll see how it builds out this incredible world, forges a real emotional connection, delivers a truly magical payoff, and finally, we'll unpack why its simplicity is its greatest superpower. Okay, first things first. How in the world do you introduce a main character who is, a giant ball of gas billions of miles away? Turns out, all you need are a couple of perfectly chosen words. These opening lines, pure genius. First, they give the star a personality. It twinkles. It's not just sitting there, it's active, it's alive, it's almost blinking at us. And then, right away, we get the central question of the entire story. How I wonder what you are. That one line frames our entire journey. So why is this such a killer hook? Because in an instant, a boring celestial object becomes a mysterious character. We're not just looking at a star anymore, we're meeting a little star that seems to hold a secret. And just like that, our curiosity is fired up. We're engaged, and we want to know more about this twinkling protagonist. All right, so we've met our main character. Now, watch how this story takes this really personal moment of wonder and just blows it up to an epic scale. This is where we get a real sense of the universe. And boom, the camera pulls way, way back. We just went from a close-up on our little star to this absolutely breathtaking wide shot. By placing it up above the world so high, we get a feel for just how vast everything is. And that phrase, like a diamond, that elevates it from just a light to a precious, beautiful treasure. What you're looking at here is a classic cinematic technique, but don't with just a few words. See how it shifts? We start with this intimate, personal feeling of wonder, focused on the character's action. Then, we zoom out to this huge, cosmic establishing shot, and our feeling shifts from wonder to just awe. It's an unbelievably efficient way to build an entire world. So, we have our character and we have our setting. But a story needs more than that, right? It needs a heart. And this next part is where a simple observation becomes a powerful, emotional connection.
This moment right here, this is everything. The whole story pivots from passive watching to active engagement. The children don't just see the star, they reach out to it, they wave. And the most crucial part, the star seems to respond. That twinkle isn't just a random flicker of light anymore, it feels like an answer. This little exchange is the emotional engine of the entire story. It's the exact moment the star transforms from some distant, mysterious object into a responsive, living character. A real bond is formed right there across the vastness of space. It's pretty incredible. Now, after that amazing connection is made, the story doesn't just end. Oh no, it delivers this beautiful and deeply satisfying climax. It's like a reward for the connection we just witnessed. You can just feel the excitement in that line, can't you? It's confirming the magical result of what just happened. This isn't just a description, it's a celebration. Because it was acknowledged, the star doesn't just twinkle back. It unleashes its full beauty, sharing its magic with the very children who reached out to it. And when you lay it all out, you see this simple but perfect cause and effect structure. The kid's action leads to the star's response. That response leads to a magical reward, spreading sparkles everywhere. And that leads to a peaceful resolution. It's this clear progression that gives us that deeply satisfying emotional payoff. It makes the whole thing feel complete. So what's the big takeaway? Why does this ridiculously simple rhyme work so well? What are the core ingredients that have let it survive for generations as a tiny storytelling masterpiece? It all comes down to these 5 things. It gives life to something inanimate. It plays with scale to create awe. It builds a whole story on one simple interaction. It gives us a rewarding conclusion. And maybe most importantly, it taps into that universal childlike feeling of looking up at the night sky and just wondering. It's amazing. You know, it really makes you think. If this much narrative power can be packed into a simple nursery rhyme, what other profound stories are just hiding in the songs and fables we think we already know? What other little bits of genius are just waiting for us to rediscover them?